number 5 up here. So what did we learn yesterday? What are the two things that we have to do every single time? Label and write the formula. X1, that's Y1. Why are they 1?
Because that's the first one.
Yeah, and this is X2 and Y2. If you are online, you do not, if you do not have this printed, you can write this part on notebook paper. And I will expect to see that when it's due. You can write it on notebook paper. What is the formula?
Y2 minus Y1
Divided by X2 minus X1. Perfect. And the formula? 5 minus divided by 9 minus 12. Perfect. What is 5 minus 11? Negative 6. What is 9 minus 12? Is that lowest form? No.
2. Negative 2.
Negative 3.
No.
It's 2.
I need you guys to come to a consensus. What's the answer?
2.
It's 2. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is 2. Okay, awesome. So then we go to number 3. Yes? What do we do first? Label. Go for it. Do it. See what we remember from yesterday. Label, label. You guys online should be writing them down and then labeling them. Formula?
Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus
And I tell first period, I'm going to tell you guys too. I know you get sick of having to write this formula, but think about how many times I have to do it. And I still do it. What's Y2? 7 minus and X2? 8 minus. What is 7 minus 10? What is 8 minus 2? 6. Is that lowest form?
No, ma'am.
Nope.
Half.
Half.
1/2. Negative, no. Yeah, negative 1/2. Yeah, right?
Negative 1/2. It's not negative 2. 1/2. Negative 1/2. Number 6. X1. Y1. X2. Y2. Formula. Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. What's Y2?
2.
Minus
2.
divided by
6.
3 minus 6. What's 2 minus 2?
0.
What's 3 minus 6? What is the answer here?
No,
It's not no. Put it in your calculator. 0 divided by negative 3.
0.
It is 0. You can divide 0. You just can't divide by 0. So remember, 0 slope is the one that goes side to side like this. Moving on. Okay, this is a you do section. There are 12 of them. You can look through there for a minute and decide which one you want me to do. I'll do one for you or with you.
Number 9.
Okay, good. All of them?
Number 3.
Have we come to a conclusion?
3.
Number 3. Number 3. What do we do first?
Right.
Oh,
Label X1, Y1, X2, Y2. What do we do next?
The formula.
Y2 minus,
Well,
divided by,
X2 minus X1.
what's Y2?
4. Negative 4.
Minus,
7.
what's X2?
Negative 6. Negative
Minus,
Negative 4.
please look how I wrote it.
Oh.
What is negative 4 minus 7?
Negative 3.
Please tell me why this is the hardest thing in the world for you people to get.
It's negative 11.
It's negative 11. Same sign, add and keep. What do we do here? Marky mark it. Now you have negative 6 plus 4. What is it? What is it?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. And negative 11 divided by negative 2 is just positive 11 over 2. We're just going to leave it like that.
I vote.
Because 2 negatives make a positive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to make a note that you are doing pages 7 and 8, but we are moving on.
7 and 8.
Quit whining.
That's easy.
That's where that was going.
Yeah.
We are moving on, so turn the page to page 9. We are going to learn about the slope-intercept formula. Put your pencils down. Slope-intercept formula is y equals mx plus b. Know it, learn it, love it. You're going to see it a lot. Y equals mx plus b. We are going to break it down. I do not know why things are the way they are because I didn't make it up. I just teach it. It'd be hard for you to see, Dylan, when your mask is over your eyeballs. So y equals mx plus b. M is the slope. I don't know why it's not an S, but it's an M. B is the y-intercept. Those are things you need to know. So for example, if I have y equals 3x minus 5, the slope is 3 because that's in the M spot right in front of the x, right? And the y-intercept is negative 5 because that's in the B spot. Got me? Everybody cool there? So slope equals rise over run. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So remember we were doing all those coordinate planes yesterday and it would cross the y-axis, the lines would? Yeah, the y is what we are concerned about. So we're going to go through this one right here and I'm going to kind of show you what I've done. Keep your pencils down. What was it? Y equals 3x minus 5? Yeah. So as you see here, I graphed negative 5 on the plane. I just put a dot right there, right? What was my slope? 3. But slope is always in fraction form. So how do I make 3 a fraction?
3 over 1.
3 over 1. So this is my rise. This is my run. I'm going to start at the y-intercept and I'm going to rise how many?
3.
1, 2, 3, and I'm going to run 1. And I'm going to put a dot right there. And then as you can see, I used a straight edge to draw the line. That's it. You just graphed y equals 3x minus 5.
Will we get a ruler today?
If you need one.
Just
Who wants a ruler?
me.
Raise your hand if you want a ruler, Dylan. Hand him a ruler. Do you need a ruler or your ID?
You need one?
Ruler or your ID?
Man, he's weird. He's such a racist. He said he's racist because I gave him a clear ruler.
Okay.
Kind of racist. I feel like.
How?
I'm having something.
You need one, miss?
No, I don't need one.
Dang it.
I'm having something.
Wait, look which one I got. Look.
You got a stale one?
Perfection.
Ooh.
Okay. Now that we got the rulers out, turn around. Now we're going to do find the slope and y-intercept for each equation. This doesn't get much easier than this right here. So I'll do number one for you. Number one, the slope is -4 and the y-intercept is 4. You see what I did there?
No. Oh, okay, I see now.
Oh.
So what's the slope in number two?
-1/3. No, -4. Right?
What's the slope in number two?
Oh, -1/3. No, 1/3.
3.
And what is the y-intercept?
-4.
Good, thank you.
This is easy.
I told you. Do the rest of them by yourself. What?
On the negative fractions, does it matter when you put the negative sign?
Would anyone like to answer that?
Those man.
On a negative fraction, does it matter where you put the negative sign?
Yes.
It does?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I thought yesterday we decided that this was the same
This sign.
as this, as this.
Anything yesterday?
I tend to put it on the one, on the, or the number on top, but that's just me. What's the slope on number 3?
1/2.
Y-intercept?
4.
What's the slope on number 4?
-1/3.
And the y-intercept?
1.
Number 5?
-7/6.
And the y-intercept?
10.
And number 6?
-4.
The y-intercept?
4.
4. Good. Before we move on, everybody just look up at the screen. What if I have, what's the slope?
3.
What's the y-intercept?
X.
No,
Oh, X is the
0. Who said it? It's 0. That means if you have a coordinate grid, this is where you put your first dot at the origin. What if I have,
0.
what's the y-intercept?
go 1, 2, and stays at 2.
2.
2. What is the slope?
0.
No,
Whoa, X.
1.
1.
Oh.
And the way we would write that is 1/1.
That's 1.
Got me? With me? So sometimes you'll see things like that. We're going to turn all the way past this page. We're going to go to this next page, example 2. It says graph y equals -4/3 x plus 2. And we're just going to jump right in. I'm going to just rewrite it right here because it's easier up on the, is that plus 2?
Yeah.
So the way you graph, we're about to graph this linear equation. This is called graphing linear equations. You're going to learn it today. You ready? The way you do this is the first thing you graph is the y-intercept. What is it?
2.
What is the y-intercept?
Plus.
What is the y-intercept?
2.
Everybody in the room, what is the y-intercept? 2. Put a dot on the 2 like you mean it. Everybody in the room, what is the slope?
-1/4 or 4/3.
-4/3 or -4/3. So to rise -4, which way am I going?
Down.
Down. How many?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to run how many?
3.
1, 2, 3. And put a dot right there like you mean it. Now I'm going to take my straight edge and connect the dots. Please make sure your line goes all the way through the grid.
Yes.
You have just graphed a linear equation. Do you feel smarter? Because you are. Good. On down to the next one. That says graph y equals x minus 2. So I'm just going to write it down here where we can see it better. Y equals x minus 2. What is the y-intercept?
2.
No. Negative 2. Put a dot on negative 2. What is the slope?
1.
1. How do we make that a fraction?
1 over 1.
So 1 is our rise, 1 is our run. Rise 1, run 1. Put a dot. Use your straight edge. And connect those bad boys. If you notice, when you have a slope of 1, you meet at every intersection. You see that? Kind of cool. You just graphed another linear equation.
Pretty sure we did.
How do you feel?
You're not smarter.
I'm going to Disney World.
We're
We're going to sketch the graph of each one of these lines. We're going to sketch the graph of each one of these lines together. What is on number 1? What is the y-intercept? Negative 2. Put a dot there like you mean it. What is the slope?
7 over 7.
So what are we going to do first?
Go up 7.
Up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to do what? 1, 2. And then you're going to take your straight edge and you are going to connect the dots. Mine's not always perfect with my little thing because I don't have it. I just have to kind of eyeball where to start.
Miss, why don't you ever go right, left, put a dot?
Number 2. I don't know what you're saying
Like, why don't you ever go back that way? That way.
because I read from left to right.
What's wrong with that arrow?
Number 2. I messed up. Number 2. What is the y-intercept?
3.
3. Put a dot on the 3. What is the slope?
Negative 6.
And how do we make it a fraction?
6 over 1.
Put it over 1. What do we do now first after we put our dot?
Go down 6.
Down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we run 1. And then you take your straight edge. Connect your dots going all the way, whoops, all the way through the grid. Mine didn't go all the way through, but it's okay. Everybody got it? I don't think that's too hard, do you? Nah, it's not too hard. Number 3 is just kind of on there for fun. I'll tell you what the answer is. It's actually a 0 slope. Y equals negative 5. So you would put your 1, 2, 3, 4. Your y-intercept would be negative 5. And then it would look like this.
Oh,
So that's a 0 slope. Also, you can tell it's 0 because if you made like a Z right here, it would work.
That's cool.
Can make that a 0. Yeah. And then let's do number 4. What's the y-intercept?
1.
1. Y'all do number 4 by yourself. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot add to the coordinate plane.
Got it. Oh, you're so-
Well, you do. What's the slope? 6 over 5? What happened? Nope, you don't flip it. What do you do? How do you keep this on the grid? What do you got to do to keep this positive? No, you don't. This is your rise. This is your run. Well, I can't rise 6. Like what negative? Well, that would change the value if I make just the 6 negative. I can make them both negative. Is it still positive? Yes. So if I rise -6, which way do I go? Watch. Watch. I go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if I run -5, which way do I go? Negative. Which way do I go to run negative? Which is to the left, because that's negative. 1. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now when I connect my dots, do I still have a positive slope? Yes. I do still have a positive slope. Isn't that kind of cool? How you can manipulate those numbers? I think it's cool beans. Everybody good? So on number 6, I'm going to show you what that one is, but you're not going to have to know that in the 7th grade. I'll show you what it looks like though. That's a no slope. Number 6. That's this. That's like, no, I'm not going down that on my bike. Yep, from yesterday. Sure. So your assignment, guys, besides pages 7 and 8 is the rest of this page and the next page, which is 13 and 14. So your assignment is page 7, 8, 13, and 14, everything we've not done. Go ahead, Maddie. Page 7, 8, and 13, and 14, everything we've not done. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. What do we do on Fridays? Excel. So is this due tomorrow? No. When am I going to check it? Well, it is due tomorrow, but when am I going to check it? Tuesday. There you go. Extra time because we don't have school Monday. Y'all heard that online too. We don't have school Monday. Okay? But fortunately for you, you got some time right now because it's only 9:22. So you have time right now to work on it. Pages what? 7 and 8, 13 and 14. Page 7, 8, 13, 14.